Good morning, my beautiful friends. How are you all doing? Oh, so good to be here. I'm so excited for this Facebook Live because, you guys, I feel like today is a special one because I'm not just talking about strategies and tactics, which is obviously something that I love talking about, but I'm actually going a little bit deeper here because there have been some things that were happening this week in the collective with prospects and clients, and I saw the theme and I just felt like I needed to talk about this. So if you're joining live, say what's up. Let me know who is joining. I see a couple of people joining now. Let me just make sure that I'm going in the right place because sometimes I go in my personal. Okay, here we go. I see you joining. I love seeing you, everyone. Okay, let me say hello. I can see your names. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mackenzie. How are you all? So good to have you here. So good to see you. Okay, so I want to talk to you about what are the 3 things that keep coaches from under-earning. And yes, I'm going to give you one strategy that is going to help you get discovery calls today if you implement it. But I also want to talk to you about something that not a lot of people like to talk about. And I'll tell you how it happened this week. I posted on social media a screenshot of a testimonial, and you can tell me if this has happened to you before, of a client who got like 9 one-on-one clients. She went from 0 clients to booking 9 one-on-one clients without a website. And I posted this testimonial, and I can tell you how the feedback was not at all what I expected. And this is what got me thinking about what keeps coaches from under-earning. So here's what happened. I had a couple of clients, and I had a couple of people who are not clients yet say, you know, when you posted that, I actually felt like, shit, I don't have those results. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I felt like, what am I doing wrong that I'm not doing that? They didn't feel inspired. They felt like, shit, what am I doing wrong, right? And, you know, they had this feeling, and, you know, everybody kind of acted in different ways after that. But tell me if you have ever looked at people's testimonials and instead of feeling inspired, you felt like contracted, like, fuck, what am I missing out on? Like, give me a 1 in the comments if you're like, yeah, I felt like that's not inspiring. It just feels like I feel like I'm not doing something right. Tell me, guys, if you felt that way before, because I know that I'm not the only one who's felt that before. And clearly by the feedback from people who were looking at that testimonial, like that was surprising to me because my intention wasn't to kind of to make people feel contracted, but that's how it landed, right? And so here's what I want to tell you about one of the things that keep coaches from under-earning. Here's the thing. When you look at a testimonial, or when you look at someone's result or someone winning or someone getting epic results that you are kind of aiming to have or that you don't have yet, you can interpret that as either a reason to keep you under earning, meaning you probably will take that as, I must be doing something wrong and therefore I'm just going to feel frustrated, and then therefore you don't take action, you don't try, and you don't consistently keep showing up or stick to your plan, or you sabotage your progress, right? We've all done it. I'm not saying like I've never done it. Trust me, I've done that before. But what I have learned that has helped me so much is to interpret people's wins as an opportunity for me to see that as, oh, that's 100% possible for me. Because if you interpret it as a loss or like they have it and I don't, then that's going to keep you in a state of under-earning. And so when you compare yourself to others, that's one of the biggest things that I see coaches letting themselves be stuck in comparison. That keeps them from under-earning, because think about what happens in your brain when you compare yourself to others. No matter how much you're trying, no matter what small wins you're getting, you feel like they're not enough. And like, I can tell you that this happens to, you know, my level, like multiple 6 figures. This happens to people who are at 7 figures, and this happens to people who haven't even reached 6 figures. It happens at all levels. So if you're watching this right now and you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I had this week, or I've had days where like, I just don't feel inspired to do anything because I see other people winning and I'm not, I want you to know you're not alone, and that sensation may never go away. And I'm probably the only person that's going to tell you that. Most people are like, shift your mindset and it's all going to be easy and effortless. I'm all about that life, yes, but it's something that is always going to happen because the world is going to be evolving. There are people going to be ahead or whatever, like ahead. And it's your job to decide if you want to let that fuel you so that you continue to earn more, or if you're going to let that set you back so that you stay under earning. It's huge. And I see so many people just let it get them stuck in the same place. And so I just really want to give you permission to, whenever you look at somebody's result or someone having a win, think about this. You're not really seeing the full picture of what that person went through. You don't know how many times or how many years or how much work they actually went through, or maybe they just were at the right time and they just had the results. And the reason why I want you to know that is because that testimonial that I posted, actually, like my client went through so much. She had health problems throughout the whole journey. She's been moving, building a house. Like, she's not had it easy. And yes, she had an amazing result, but she had to fight for it. You know, she had to she had to fight for it. It wasn't something that just kind of like happen all of a sudden. And so I think so many times we don't see behind the scenes about what's really going on for people, and we just see their big wins and their big results, and then we compare ourselves to like that level and to what's happening for them, and then you let that set you back, and you let that make you feel like, shit, this should be easier for me. Why isn't it easy? And the truth is like, you don't know what that person went through on a 24-hour period for the past 6 months or for the past 3 months, right? It may have been a lot. So it's not don't do a disservice to yourself by looking at those results or testimonials that people are posting and using them as a way to actually, instead of inspiring you and fueling you, keeping you under earning, because we are all capable of earning more, right? We're all capable of being at the next level, wherever we're at. There's always something more that we can step into. And there's always another way to expand our wisdom and expand our capacity to receive and to give value, right? There's always a next level. And so if we take the circumstances that happen to us, in what I mean testimonials or big wins from other people, and we take them as a way to set us back from feeling like, oh, why am I not there yet? That's going to keep us stuck in that under earning state. So that is the first thing that I want to teach you guys, because it just happened to so many people, like literally prospects that I talked to, and some of my clients, they were like, I have a website and I don't have 9 clients, you know? I'm like, I only have 5. And I'm like, why aren't you as excited about the 5 that you have, right? Like, just because somebody got 12 clients and you have 5 doesn't mean that your job's not epic, right? And even if you were at 2 or whatever, it takes some time to get some of the results. And I'm probably one of the few people in the space that's going to tell you that, because most people are like, it's easy, it should be effortless, don't worry. And if you're not getting results right away, there's something terribly wrong. You have to do all these crazy things. Like, no, it's just consistency and a lot of patience. And that is what's going to keep you alive, and like more than alive and thriving in the entrepreneurial world. Trust me, it's not really about big leaps. It's more about sustainable, smaller steps. That's really what keeps people alive, because sometimes when you take those big leaps, there's a lot of energy that goes into recovering or like adjusting to that next level. And so sometimes people kind of crash after that. So I actually vouch for the sustainable results that are consistent, because it just keeps your energetic state and just your capacity. You're able to calibrate yourself a lot easier. Cool? Awesome. So that's the one thing that I wanted to share with you. In terms of how to show up as an expert while keeping it real and being human, here's what I wanted to tell you. Now, the other thing that keeps people from under earning is showing up as somebody who maybe they are not really in real life, meaning they're not letting their humanness come through. So I always talk about show up as an expert and show up also as a human. And so if you're sitting here and you're like, I've been trying so hard to write content or to show up or just to do it all perfectly, but when I feel like I'm overthinking it, just the results don't happen. So I want to give you permission again, just to let the structure aside for a second and let you do what you feel like is coming natural to you. And that is going to show your humanness. That's going to show your side of just who you are without trying too hard. Because I think in this online space, a lot of people can get caught up with, I have to do it perfectly. And listen, I'm all about the strategy. Like, I'm all about, let's make sure we're strategic, but I'm also about letting your humanness come out, letting the truth, exposing your truth about who you really are and what you really believe in and what you stand for. Because that is what's going to make people rally up around you and follow you as a movement leader. Those are the things that are going to get people riled up. And then when you come and show up as an expert with your, content or your trainings or whatever that is, that it's more problem solution focused, then you're kind of meeting that beautiful, you kind of have the perfect recipe. But I think a lot of people either are focusing too much on just being human and then being relatable, and they're not stepping into their expertise, or they're stepping too much in their expertise, trying too hard to be polished, and they're not letting their humanness seep through in their content or in their brand. And so this is why I really want to encourage you that if you're not seeing results in your sales, or if you're feeling like, why isn't this working? Just check in with yourself. Am I just trying to play my brand and just be me and I'm not being strategic about it? Or am I trying too hard to be strategic and then I'm just forcing myself to fit into a mold and I'm not letting my truth come out? And just check in, because for everybody is going to be different. Because that at the core, if you're not having fun in your brand, if you're not really speaking up from a place where you feel fired up, then people are going to feel that. People are going to feel like you're trying to force it, and they're not going to feel like moved and touched and inspired. So it takes both, right? It takes sometimes that you show up and you're like, listen, I want to deliver some content to you. This is what I want to teach you. And you show up as the guide, but then there's also space for you to show up more like leading your movement. And this is what I teach in my program. This is literally my methodology, where I teach you the 3 elements that you need in order to create a magnetic effect with your content and your sales, which is creating authenticity in your content, which is all about exposing your truth with stories, with sharing your values or busting some myths. And the second element is authority, which is when you talk about trainings, when you talk about, testimonials, and when you make offers, right? And then there's this third element that I'm not going to cover right now, but those are the main ones that you want to focus in your brand. So I want to ask you, which one are you doing more? If you're not seeing sales, which one do you feel intuitively that you could be leaning on more a little bit? Okay. And the final thing I wanted to share with you is the simple strategy that can help you get more discovery calls today. So this will work for you this is a big if you have been nurturing your list consistently, or if you have been nurturing your audience consistently. Because if you come out at the gate with what I'm going to teach you, you might get zero calls, but it's because it's all about creating consistency and delivering tons of value to your audience. So if you have been doing a consistent email, if you're emailing your list consistently, showing up as an authority, but also as an authentic leader, sharing your truth, and you're not doing just one or the other, if you've kind of been doing the blend, then sending an email or posting on Facebook something along the lines of this will really help you. So it's a very simple post that it can be like, hey, are you still interested? An email is a 9-word email. Hey, are you still interested in blank solving your problem? If so, send me a reply. So for me, it would be something like, hey, are you still interested in attracting clients through Facebook? If so, send me a reply. Or, hey, are you still interested in reaching 10K months consistently? If so, send me a yes, right? And then that literally, as a simple email, can be something that you can send your list, because people are going to be like, yes, I'm still interested, right? There is a variation that you can post on social media. I wouldn't post that on a post, because that's it's just not, the context is not right. But you can create something that's like, hey, I'm looking for 5 people who meet this criteria. And I can say who are go-getters, who have an amazing offer, and who are already making at least, $2,000 a month in their business. but who want to go to 10K months consistently. And they're wanting to do it in this way. So I can talk a little bit about my approach. And then I can say, drop a GIF or an emoji if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in. And then I can literally just have, actually at the call to action, I can say, drop a GIF if you want to hop with me on a phone so where we can do a 90-minute dive into your business, where you're at, where you want to be, and what's going to get you there, and see if I can help you personally. Drop a GIF in the comments. And then literally I can just post that. I can post it in a place where I have been nurturing my audience, like a group, or you can even do a post on your personal profile if you have been posting if you've been posting content there consistently. So it is a strategy that's is really open and direct. Like you literally are saying, hey, I'm looking for 6 people. You're not creating valuable content at this point. This is a clear invitation. But as I said, it really works. It will for sure get you at least 1 discovery call booked if you do it today, if you have been nurturing your list consistently. So the reason why I wanted to teach you this is because sometimes we overcomplicate it. We overanalyze like what keeps us, how to do it, how to earn more, and how to show up on social media. And sometimes I think there's a saying that says, the easiest way to sell a horse is to say there's a horse for sale. Right? You gotta keep it simple sometimes. And if you've been delivering value, then there's nothing wrong with making an invitation because you have been creating the desire for what you offer. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope that was super helpful. And I will see you guys next Thursday with another training. Sending you so much love. I'll see you then. Mwah. Bye.